My name is Wendy Patrick, and this devotional is our second installment in the series With Friends Like These. This one's called Visible Faith. A few days later, when Jesus again entered Capernaum, the people heard that he had come home. They gathered in such large numbers, there was no room left, not even outside the door, and he preached the word to them. Some men came bringing a paralyzed man, but they could not get to Jesus through the crowd, so remember what they did. They dug a hole in the roof and lowered him down on a mat. When Jesus saw their faith, he said to the paralyzed man, "Son, your sins are forgiven." Mark chapter 2, verses 1 through 5. We love this story. Some friends end up saving lives, physically and spiritually. These are the kinds of friends we want to have for ourselves and the kind of friend we want to be for others. These are the kinds of friends that paralyzed man had back in the day. When Jesus returned to that town, the people heard about it, and it was big news. The great teacher and healer was back in town. You can imagine what kind of excitement that likely caused. We know that because in the previous chapter, we heard that Jesus could no longer travel around but had to stay outside in lonely places. Yet the people still came to him from everywhere. He was a rock star and gathered crowds and throngs of people wherever he went. But they didn't want to just catch a glimpse of him or maybe grab an autograph or a selfie. They wanted miracles. And that's exactly what they were getting. So with that level of popularity, when Jesus comes back to town, the news of his return spread like wildfire. So he's inside teaching, and outside it's basically a mob scene. Nobody could get near that house. We heard there's no room, not even outside the door. Also in that town was the paralyzed man. Now on his own, he didn't stand a chance of getting anywhere near Jesus under the circumstances. In fact, even if he could walk, he'd have a tough time getting through that crowd. But that paralyzed man was in luck. In fact, he was more than lucky. He was more than fortunate. He was blessed beyond belief because of his friends. But his friends believed in Jesus and his ability to perform miracles and had the determination to take him to Jesus for a miracle at all costs. Their faith was obvious through their actions. Now the story ends with Jesus forgiving the paralyzed man because he saw the faith of his faithful friends. Can your faith be seen? Do you actively follow Jesus so that it is obvious and visible to those around you? If not, I've got great news for you. You can start today. You can start today to try to figure out exactly what your life would look like if your faith could be seen. We ask the Lord to bless us with a perspective that is fresh and new, to have a look at who he has placed around us, to keep us aware of opportunities to bless others, and to illustrate and demonstrate our faith through our action.